Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2024 Honda Passport Trailsport and Sonic Great Pearl with a black interior. Honda did make a slight refresh on the 24 Passports versus the 23. If you're looking for a full refresh like the Pilot, maybe 2025, the Passport is not there yet. So the lineup on the Passport, the base model is the EXL. The Trailsport, which is this guy, is right in the middle. And above this, you have a black edition. Previously, it was the Elite. Now the top of the line model is a black edition. Link above, I did a walk around on the black edition. So on the Trailsport, this is Honda's more rugged Passport. And first thing you're gonna notice up front is the gray finish grille with Trailsport stamped right there, let you know. You don't have a base model, but you do have the more rugged Passport. Big Honda emblem where your radar is also housed behind the H. That's why it's not just like a flat H. It's actually a piece of glass on there as well. Right above that, flat black on, not flat black, gloss black on the little eyebrow, kind of cut in through the headlights as well. And you do have LED daytime running lights, LED low beam, and your high beams are a regular bulb. And this is a projector style as well. Your turn signals are also regular bulbs, but your fog lights are LED as well. And you do get fog lights, so I believe the EXL, you don't get fog lights. You do have a bumper, functional bumper cutout on the front bumper there. Flat black down below, a little gray down below there as well. Overall, from the front of it, you know this is a Passport. And because the Pilot just got redesigned, you can't really mistake this for a Pilot anymore. Previously, everyone got confused with the Passports and the Pilot. Now, it's still running the new design cue from the 23 and 22 Passport, where you have the flatter front grille, you have the more updated power bulge hood, different fenders, different bumper. When the Passport first came out, a lot of people complained that it was too round, it looked like a minivan, so Honda kind of tried to make it a little bit more aggressive. What's new on the 24 Passport are these tires. So you do have these general grabber all-terrain tires, and these are 18s. The tires are 245 60 wall on the 18 rim. The 23 Passport had a rugged style tire, but it wasn't all-terrain. This is actually a real all-terrain tire. The rim design is the same from 23, but on the 23, it was light gray on the outside and dark gray on the inside. For 24, they made the whole rim just shark gray. So kind of switched it up a little bit. And I have a 23, I'm gonna show you guys. Park them side by side to show you the differences. Low clouding right above the fender. And you do have Honda sensing as well. So you have your radar camera up there. If you get a black edition, then you get rain sensing windshield wipers as well. Side mirrors are gloss black and it's flat black down below. LED turn signals built into the side mirror. And it's taking a look at the side profile. It's a nice proportion. If the Pilot is just too big, the CRV is too small, this is what you'll go with. I do like the newer tire design. It does give it a slight more rugged look. And around the windows, it is flat black all around, no chrome on around the windows at all. Door handles are body colored. And then you can see there's some more flat black down below. This one does have a protection package, so it will come with wheel locks, splash guards, and I believe a cargo tray in the trunk. Right above, you do have your roof rails that's standard on the Trailsport and black edition, but on the Trailsport, it looked like it's like gray. It's like a gray finish instead of it being the gloss black. I know on the black edition, it'll be gloss black, but the Trailsport have like a dark gray finish to it. Coming along to the rear, same design cue as the 23 as well. Up above, you're gonna have your shark fin style antenna that is body colored, and you do have a window spoiler, and it's half body colored, half gloss black. And coming along down here, you do have exposed windshield wiper, LED third brake light. You do have a gloss black bar going across the whole tailgate, Honda emblem in chrome. Passport is blacked out, and all-wheel drive is blacked out with your Trailsport badge that you know you got the rugged Passport. Now the taillights are a combination, so your brake lights are LED, and the turn signals are regular bulbs. You actually could see the regular bulbs, and you probably see it kind of flickering in the camera. It's just that the frequency is not communicating from my phone in the car, so don't worry, it don't look like that in person. Your reverse light is also a regular bulb as well, so combination. Parking sensors front and back. You can see some of the parking sensors in the rear. Huge tips in the rear. A lot of SUVs in this class don't have exhaust tips anymore. And if you're familiar with the Acura RDX, it's actually the same tips from the A-Spec as well. Here's the key for the 24 Honda Passport. Now the key is the older actually Honda key. It's not redesigned like the Pilot and the Civic and the CRV, HRV, Accord, all have the newer Honda key. Honda still use the older key. So let's say you're coming out of the vehicle, you want to walk away, you push this button, locks all the doors. Now you do have smart entry only on the front doors. On the Pilot, you have the option to get it on the rear doors. But on the Passport right now for 24, all three models only on the front doors. You put your hand in the door handle, unlock for you. By default, it'll only unlock the driver door, so the boogeyman will jump in with you when you're by yourself. But if you put your hand in the passenger's door, it will unlock all the doors for you. So let's take a look at the door. The Trailsport only comes with black interior, so if you want another color interior, you're gonna have to get a EXL, because I believe the black edition only comes with one interior color as well. Soft touch on the upper part of the door. This part, actually a soft touch here. Arm, where your arm's gonna rest on, also soft touch. You have this kind of little design here, and it's like black grayish. The door handles are black, but they're like just a regular grip black plastic. Nothing crazy like that. You have 1, 2 on the door because you have your memory seat feature, where I told you on the back of the key you can store your seat position to a key. It'll also save some of your settings on the screen to your key as well. The mirrors, I believe, don't save to. Down here you have power locks, lock the windows. You have auto up down for driver and passenger. You hold for the rear windows. Orange stitching is unique to the Trailsport. So if you get an EXL or a black edition, it'll be different. I think EXL is like white stitching and the black edition should have red stitching, if I'm not mistaken. But orange stitching is unique to the Trailsport. You have some storage down here, more storage there. Pop open the trunk, so you hold it, open and close, open the gas tank, some additional storage down here as well. And on the driver's seat, you can see it's the same design as the 23, Trailsport embroidered into the headrest, and it's perforated as well. Nice design. They're comfortable seats. I like how they feel. Honda always make it a nice, comfortable seat. The driver's seat is power, so you have forward and back, and then you have the thigh support right here, up and down. It kind of like tilt the seat, kind of like this, with this control here. Then you have up and down for the whole seat, and then forward and back for your back. And then you do have a lumbar adjustment, and it's in and out. There's no up and down adjustment. The passenger seat is power as well. It's forward and back, and then forward and back for the back seat. So it's a four-way power, but no up and down. We're gonna go ahead and jump in here. It's a good step in as well too. Welcome to your Honda. All Passports are push button start, so foot on brake, push the button, turn on for you. You don't get the full digital display like you can get on an Elite Pilot, or you can get it on a Civic, or standard on the Accord. This is still the previous display from the 23 Pilot, and same thing with the display here as well too. You don't get the bigger 9-inch display like you do on the Pilot and the newer Ridgeline now. It's still the same display. Actually, in the interior, slight changes that Honda made from the 23, but let me go over some goodies over here. So you do have power folding mirrors, but they don't fold when you lock the doors like the Pilot. On the left side here, you have your window controls. You do have power folding mirrors. If you push this button right here, it will fold in the mirrors. On the Pilot, on the higher trims, if you lock it, it'll actually automatically fold in the mirror. That's not the case on the Passport. You just have to push the button for it to open and close. It won't automatically lock for you. You have your mirror controls, Econ Assist. You do have your parking sensors on and off here. So if you want to stop beeping front and back, you can turn that on and off. It'll turn green, let you know it's on. You have your de-icer zone here. So when you turn this feature on, it'll actually warm up the bottom of your windshield. So your wipers are stuck or you have snow in the windshield, it'll try to melt the snow and unfreeze your wipers. And then you do have your automatic frontal collision braking on and off button there. And then you have your road departure mitigation on and off, and your traction control on and off. Unlike the new Pilot, the Passport still has a mechanical pedal, so you won't have a brake hold or electronic emergency brake. You still have the traditional pedal on this guy as well. Take a look at the steering wheel. It's perforated, leather wrap, orange stitch because Trailsport, of course. Let me turn down the heat for I'm melting here. And you do have some controls. So the left side will have your volume. You have next track, previous, up and down for the screen display there. You have a back key, home key. You have your phone control, so answer, hang up, and voice command. If you have an Apple phone, hold this, it'll be Siri. If you're using Android Auto, I believe it'll be Google Assistance. And back here, you do have your headlight switches. So you have off, you have auto for your headlights, parking and on, and you do have auto and off high beams as well, and your fog lights control is there. On the right side, we have some of your Honda sensing and cruise control features. So resume, cancel set, this is adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist. This is how you turn on your cruise, and you do get a heated steering wheel standard on the Trailsport, and that's something you don't get on the EXL. And you do have power shifters behind the steering wheel. The Passports are still a 9-speed automatic transmission. It doesn't get the new 10-speed like the Pilot has. Also, all Passports have a 3.5 V6, but it's still the previous Pilot's 3.5 V6. It's not the refreshed 3.5 that the Pilot now has starting in the 23. And you have your wiper controls over here. So you have off, intermediate, low, and high. And for the rear, you have off, intermediate, and on. If you go up to a black edition, you get automatic windshield wipers. And the screen here is half digital and half analog. So your gas gauge is analog, temperature analog, and the screen in the middle, it's you have a digital speedometer, RPMs up top, and then what gear you're in. And then if you hit the little house right here, you can go up and down and go through the different menus. So you have trip computer, all-wheel drive torque. You can keep watch of the all-wheel drive system because it does have the IVTM4 system, which is a nice all-wheel drive system. Phone, the Trailsport does give you a built-in navigation, so you have compass here, or I believe if you have a destination in there, it will give you turn-by-turn directions in that screen, what music you're listening to. This will show your oil life and your tire pressure. And with the tire pressure, you do, actually I'm gonna go back to it because it'll show all 4 wheels, because on the smaller SUVs, you don't get a gauge at all, or our cars. And you know, who got their seatbelts on, and then you also have settings, switching from kilometers to miles per hour, and blank where you can have nothing. But I'm gonna leave it on trip computer. Easy to use, simple display. The new Ridgeline did get the updated Honda's cluster here. The Passport still has the previous cluster. Come along to your infotainment center here. So you still get the same size screen from the 23s. You don't get a bigger 9-inch like you do in the Ridgeline. The Ridgeline, they get a bigger screen, and the Pilots have a bigger screen, but it's still a decent size. You have a Garmin navigation system built in. You have phone, settings, FM, Bluetooth. You have Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. It's not wireless on the Passport, even if you get a black edition. All 3 of the trim levels are still wired. On the Ridgeline, they did redesign and give you the bigger screen to give you wireless, and you also can get wireless on the Pilot, but the Passport, you still got to plug your phone in. Go to the second screen. You have built-in text messaging that nobody uses because you're going to use your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Satellite radio is built in. You have USB, social playlist, so you can pair multiple smartphones to the Passport and decide what to play next on each phone. That's your cool feature. AM is tucked away back here. My Honda Music, clock, and then Honda Link. Simple, easy to use. You do have a physical volume button. Everything else is all touchscreen. It's a very self-explanatory screen. You do have vents on either side, some gloss black or piano black, I would say right here. And the dash up here as well, it's soft touch right here, and it's actually soft touch throughout the whole top portion up here, which I'm actually surprised. Yeah, soft touch all around there. Climate control, easy to use. You do have a tri-zone climate control, so driver, passenger, and who sits in the rear seat can have 3 different temperatures. So if you turn the sync off, you know, this person could freeze, and then passenger could catch on fire. And then if you hit rear settings here, you can control the temperature back there. So it's cool that you have tri-zone, but I'm turning sync back on so all sides can be the same. You have your different modes, fan speeds, AC on and off, air circulation on and off. You do have auto climate control, and you just saw me mess with the rear settings. So this is how you turn off on and off for the rear climate control and mess with the different settings, adjust it. Front defrost, you have heated side mirrors and back glass. And you do have heated seats, high, medium, and low, 3 different modes. Same thing for the passenger. If you want ventilated seats, you have to go up to a black edition. Now down here, you do have some storage. I don't know what you put in there, maybe some chain, some wrappers, charger, things like that in nature. What is new on the 24s is that Honda added USB-C. So 23 Passport only had A's. Now you get a USB-C. You do have a power outlet. You also still get a USB-A as well if you have both. And then you do have a wireless forward charging pad. And you have some additional storage down here as well. Smooth material, so your phone isn't actually Actually, not really smooth. I'll say more rugged, so your phone is not flying all over the place. And you do have your cup holders here. Now you do have ambient lighting in the Trailsport. It's orange at night, so this will light up orange. Your door handles will light up orange. Your footwells will light up orange. It's nice. You can't change the color, but at least they give you some type of ambient lighting. And here's your push shifter for your transmission. So if you're used to having a shifter, you push for it. So you hold the brakes, and I'm in park already. You push back for reverse, neutral, drive, and you push drive again, it'll put the transmission into a sport mode. I'm gonna go back into reverse, show you guys the backup camera. So no 360 like you can get on the, I believe the Trailsport and the Elite Pilot. It's still a traditional multi-link backup camera that Honda has for a while. You have your standard view, and then you have your top-down view. That come in handy when you have a hitch. You have cross-traffic on and off, and you can make it smaller and show your radar on your Passport as well. And cross-traffic will alert you if there's a car coming from the right side or the left side as you're backing up. I'm gonna go back into park. You do have multiple modes you can put the Passport in. So if you push this button here, you're gonna see you have normal, snow, mud, and sand. And based on what mode you choose, the Passport will use pretty much different configurations in transmission, change up your throttle response, the all-wheel drive system, everything based on the mode that you pick. And this is to turn the auto stop engine feature off. It's always on. You have to turn it off, but if you turn off the Passport, turn back on, it goes back to being on. Another new thing on the 24s versus the 23 is this armrest here. So this does follow the new Pilot's armrest. The 23 Passport had a little, like a captain seat armrest here instead of this guy here. So because you have this bigger armrest here, you have more storage than previously. I'll show you guys the 23, show you what I'm talking about. And small little differences that Honda changed, but they did change the little things for 24. It is orange stitch, and this is soft as well. Coming along to your glove box, it is lockable, and it is damped, but it is not lined, bin style. And then right above the infotainment system, you do have your rear, I'm about to say rear camera, your rear view mirror. It is auto dimming, and you get HomeLink built in. Some of the Hondas, you have to add this as an accessory. It's not standard anymore. Still standard on the Passport. And your interior lighting is not LED. They are traditional bulbs, but you do have a sunglass holder. And the Trailsport gives you a moonroof. No panoramic moonroof like the Pilot. I think every trim level, EXL, Trailsport, and Black Edition has a standard moonroof. And the headliner in this guy is black. So you can see up here. Honda usually have a gray headliner or like a beige. It's black in this guy. And then let's take a look at the visor. And no LED lighting, but you get regular lighting. And you do get a mirror, which is cool. Let me show you guys the rear visibility. So looking out that mirror is actually pretty nice. You have a C-pillar blind spot over there, but you do have blind spots monitoring standard on every Passport, and it's on the inside. So instead of it being on the side mirror, the blind spot will light up there if somebody's in a blind spot. But if you look back, you can see you have plenty of visibility. This is how wide the back door is open. And on the back doors, up here is not soft touch like the front, which, you know, I assume it wouldn't be. So hard touch, this is soft touch. The elbow piece right here is soft touch as well, more of the orange stitching. You do get sunshades built in. So some people call it peasant blockers. So sunshades built into the rear seats, 2 cup holders. You have some storage down here, additional storage is there. And not really storage, but you can hold the door handle, and then you still have that black kind of like plastic look in the back, no chrome or gloss black back here. And here are the rear seats, which still has the orange stitching, and they're still perforated. I'm gonna unplug that guy and actually jump back in here. So sitting back here, you do have seat mat pockets behind the driver, and you have one behind the passenger. And you do have air vents back here. Now this is blank because on the Black Edition, you do get controls for the air for the second row. So you can control the second row on the EXL and Trailsport from up there. On the Black Edition, you can control it from up there, and you're gonna have additional buttons back here. And you will have heated seats back here too on the Black Edition. But you do get a household outlet, which is 115 volt, 150 watt. You can see it's a standard AC outlet. And this is also new for 24 USB-Cs instead of having USB-As. Now you do get an armrest back here with cup holders that folds in and there and in and out. The rear seats are adjustable. You can move them forward and back. I don't think they recline. Let's actually jump out of here and double check. If it does recline, I would assume it's like one adjustable. Really don't have much adjustability when it comes to reclining the rear seats. You can't pull this handle and it will drop the seat down. And we're gonna go take a look at the rear. But let me show you guys the front cockpit again. So if you're familiar with the 23, you're gonna be very familiar with the 24 because it's almost the same thing, minus some of the tweaks that they changed. So if you do get a black edition, the tailgate will give you a hands-free tailgate. So on the EXL is power, Trailsport is power, but you can kick underneath the black edition, they will open and close for you. Now what's unique to the Trailsport are these rubber mats. If you get an EXL or a black edition, you get regular carpet. Trailsport comes standard with all-season mats, and it will have Trailsport embroidered into the mat, which is nice. And part of the protection package that this Passport have, you have this foldable tray that you can actually, I have to flip the tray just now. I didn't realize it was upside down. Someone installed it upside down. But yeah, so this is something you can add to your Passport. You'll just get normal carpet back here. You do get additional storage underneath here and plenty of room. And then if you flip it, there's another storage right here. And you do have your spare tire. You don't get a full size like the Pilot Trailsport, but at least you do get a spare tire with your tools and funnel over there. And then you do have this little hook right here that you can use to hook on to keep this thing open as well. Some storage over here. You have some little storage over here, tie downs, and you do have these buttons that will allow you to fold down the seat when you're back here as well. So unlike the Pilot, you can see no third row, and because you don't have a third row, you have plenty of cargo space back here. Also have a power outlet as well. And if you add a cargo cover, you can install it here. You can install your net there. So plenty of room back here. And this is the reason why you get this over the CRV, because you just need the cargo space. Also for 24 in the Trailsport, Honda added a new color. This is the Fuse Sky Blue Pearl. Started on the Pilot Trailsport. Now you can get it on the Passport. You can also get this color on the Ridgeline, which is a very nice blue. A 23 versus a 24. So just looking at both of them, because they both sounded great, you can't really tell the difference. But then if you look at the wheels. So on the 23, like I told you, it's silver on the outside and gray on the inside. And then on the 24, it's just fully shark gray. So that's one difference you're gonna see from the outside. And then the roof racks. So because there's a black edition for 24, the Trailsport no longer get gloss black roof rails. They get like a kind of like a grayish kind of color. I thought it was Sonic gray at first, but I believe it's just like it's a regular gray. That kind of Sonic, it blends in with Sonic gray. Speaking of Sonic gray, just take a look at the color. Sonic gray pearl. It's overcast right now, so you guys really can't see much, but we're gonna jump into the 23. And then, oh, the steering wheel is the same thing. I told you, I said the 24, the steering wheel is different. It's the same steering wheel, but actually I think the color is actually a little bit different. But you can see armrests, and the center console has this bin style on the 23, where 24, they changed it up. And then you only had a USB-A on this guy, and the 24 now have a USB-C, and this is bigger. So you can see the wireless phone charger is a little bit more better on the 24. It's longer, and now you can fit two phones side by side. And this overall center console here is actually much bigger on the 24 versus the 23. You have a USB-A instead of a USB-C on the 24. So some mild changes. See the difference there. And I'm gonna take a look at the center console again so you guys can see. No more armrest and huge bin there. And this is all redesigned, has more space as well. Small tweaks on the 24, still a good SUV. And the tires, I want to show you guys too. So you have the Firestones here, and then the Grabbers all terrain. So definitely a difference. Definitely makes a huge difference on the 24.